People often ask me, how do I manage to stay motivated and sport-wise. I think sport is a very good school of life, and we can understand a lot of things through sport. So it's a question I've been asking myself. I do train every day. I love it. But motivation is not something we cannot remain motivated all the time, day after day. That never happens. Not even for the best athletes in the world. It's impossible for any human being to wake up every morning 100% motivated to go and practice, to do 6 hours, to go for a run, whatever you have to do, sport, or even for work in general, or for life. But I always say, when the motivation is gone, or maybe the level of motivation decreases, what remains is discipline. And discipline is the best form of self-love, of self-respect. It gives some really good intentions every day for yourself, because and actually through discipline we can find back the motivation. Why? Because let's say, for example, take the example for sports. Everybody knows that sometimes they don't feel like going for a run, but they do know by experience that doing it and going for a nice workout, having a good sweat, not only is good for health in general, but also mentally. You're going to feel lighter, you're going to feel better, you're going to feel so much better after that. There is like the hormones of dopamine and the hormones of happiness and everything. So through the practice, the workout, or definitely after 100%, everybody's happy for doing it and everybody's feeling better. So that discipline kind of gonna make you find back that motivation, because everybody wants to feel better, everybody wants to feel good. So the discipline will make you think, okay, you know what, actually I'm motivated to do it again next time, next day, in 2 days, because that makes me feel good. So discipline can make you find back the motivation. Something else, the problem is that discipline can be confused many times with rigidity, with control, and with harshness, and with like being hard with yourself. And I've done this mistake for a really long time during my professional career. Discipline, now I understand, in my opinion, and experience, discipline is about actually knowing yourself, is about being really honest with yourself, and about self-love also. Why? Because being disciplined is doing the best you can do every day, even if sometimes you don't feel very motivated about it. But at the same time, the knowledge between, am I lazy today? Am I really tired? Does my body need some rest? Do I need to do something else today? Or is it just a bit of laziness? And so, knowing yourself, to know exactly what to do. Sometimes you have to experience. Sometimes you're going to do too much and you're going to learn from it. And then you're going to do not enough and you're going to learn from it. That's how you get to know yourself a little bit better. And to be honest with yourself, because it's so easy to just say, you know what, find an excuse, and today I'm just too tired, and excuses are very easy to find. And can be disguised for reasons, but a good reason is different than an excuse. And that's also part of knowing yourself and being honest with yourself. Self-love is important because, again, for me, discipline is not about deciding the day before, okay, I'm going to do 4 hours of practice. You can have this goal, but the next day, maybe after 3 hours, you're going to say, you know what, now I'm feeling really tired, and maybe if I keep going, I might injure myself, or this is too much, and I'm forcing myself too much, it's not good for me. It's not the point. Or sometimes you're going to get to the 4th hour and feel, oh wow, actually I'm feeling good, I'm on the zone, and I feel like if I keep going, I want to keep going, and I'm learning something here, and I'm improving, I want to keep going, I feel like it. So that's also discipline, because you know where you can go or where you can't go. And that's self-love, because our body is not a machine, it's not a donkey that we are on, and you're just going to hit it so hard and tell it, you have to go. You have to keep going even though you don't want to, even if you feel pain, even if you're extremely tired, even if you're injured. Professional athletes, I think we all, without exception, have been through these experiences, and that's why I really believe that it's an amazing school of life to learn. Sport is amazing for that. So yeah, discipline, again, really important for everyone to know. I would have loved to know it before. You do need it to succeed in anything, to improve. But discipline is really not about forcing yourself in a way where it's not good for you. It's important to understand that it does not require any harshness. It only requires self-knowledge, really 100% of honesty with yourself, and doing it for the right reason, and encouraging your body and listening to it, to yourself too, not only to the body. And I always give this example. People keep saying, don't compare yourself to others, that's for sure. And they keep saying, well, compare yourself to yourself yesterday. And it's about doing better than yesterday. I don't even agree with that in my experience again. It's because maybe yesterday I was feeling extremely well and not tired at all, and I had a great night's sleep, whatever, and I went for a run, and in 50 minutes I did 10K. And that was great as a performance. And maybe today I wake up and maybe I didn't have really good sleep, maybe I'm feeling tired for some reason, the body is allowed to feel tired, maybe I'm a little bit sick, and the best thing that I can do today could be maybe 8 kilometers in 50 minutes. But that's on the grade from 1 to 10 is 10 on 10, it's perfect, just as much as yesterday, even though I did 2 more kilometers the day before. The most important is to give the best you can on that same day, on that present moment. That's the best that you can do. So basically there is not even comparing yourself to yesterday, because it depends in which state you are. We have no idea. Some days you are more tired than others. Maybe for a woman she can have her periods overnight. You cannot keep comparing yourself to anything, not even to yourself yesterday. The only thing you can do is to learn to know yourself enough, which is, it's a process. I'm still learning, we all do, to be very honest with yourself, and knowing really what is the best thing you can do, what is the best of your ability at this moment, without hurting yourself, but with challenging yourself, maybe to go over a certain limit, but without hurting yourself, with listening to your body, with talking to it sometimes, with asking it how it feels, and without going further than a certain point of pain, of suffering. So doing it, that's what I call self-love also. So you can actually challenge yourself, but not hurt yourself. And that's also discipline.